first video we removed fence panels, a pedestrian gate and posts from the front of our property because trees had pushed them over and a couple of posts were rotten. In this video we'll be concreting the gate posts back in nice and straight so we can get the pedestrian gate working properly.
Right, we want to mix some concrete for the posts now. Best way to do that is to get some concrete mix, which is basically your sand and gravel, and have it in a spot where you can shovel it easily in your mixer. Just got to get that angle kind of right. It's not quite there yet.
Need some of this,
and you need some water and some cement.
The size here. Hose is here. Size is here?
Yeah, that way you can go in. No, we're still not comfortable. Got to go around a bit further. It's important to be comfortable. And the barrow, of course, is where you tip the concrete into. Right, are we comfortable now? No, that feels pretty good.
Oh.
Right. And you've got to wear your safety boots. The Australian safety boots.
There we go.
Right, away we go. Am I mixing them off?
No. I thought you were going to do another video because that was a flapper.
No, it's alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can't get mixed. And 1 of cement. And then magic elixir.
Getting the correct amount of water in there is quite important. For concrete posts, we tend to keep it quite dry, so you can see the concrete are rolling around in the mixer with no sloppy stuff in the bottom. It's 33 degrees Celsius today, quite warm for spring, so we need at least 2 people on the job, because concrete tends to go hard much quicker when it's warm, and is why Alex is now on the mixer. The poor old mixer's been sitting out in the weather for a while, unused, so needs a bit of grease.
Yeah. That's in the right spot, so we just need to put a bit in the bottom. And we'll just put a bit underneath the post.
The reason we're putting a bit of concrete under the post is so it lasts longer and extends its reach into the ground a little more.
Jiggle it back into its old spot, close to it. But we want it plumbed up, of course.
We intentionally left a corner of the original concrete in the ground because then we know where the post was originally, and we know the fence will still fit, and it saves time and uses less new concrete.
Don't bother bracing it, I'll just use some fairly dry mix, and then vibrate it in a bit, and then use a fencing bar. It's got a flat end on it to compact it in the hole. Make sure it goes into all the little gaps and crevasses and hollow bits. Everything that's in there. Still got some of the old concrete in the back there, see? I want the new concrete to fill in all those gaps. Right, now we've made room for some more. And then we just constantly check the level. Plumb. Make sure it's plumb. Right, that's looking pretty good. Now the second post, we've got to get the spacing of that correct for the gate. Right, the gate is, the opening for the gate needs to be 1200 millimetres. And it needs to be, are you helping, are you?
No.
You're not? Okay. And we want it to be the front, of course, of the fence line, or at least where it looks right. Make it a little bit more. Okay, real good there now. A little bit in the bottom. Close. Bit in the front there. Check our distance. It's all good. Right, more concrete.
Plumb it up.
Yeah?
Plumb. Plumb.
We won't worry about that yet. We need a bit more concrete in there first. Because it's not really a hole at this point. So we'll do some concrete with that. Tops actually don't look quite right, do they? This one looks a bit
Higher.
higher.
Probably raise it a little bit.
Not only do these posts need to be the correct distance from each other, the tops need to be level too, so the gate will fit properly and look aligned with the fence.
Otherwise, we could lift this one a little bit.
Well, that's a vertical latch.
This post needs to come up a bit.
Start coming in.
Which we can easily do, but concrete must be worked under the posts so it stays at this height.
Nice one, all of those. Pretty good. Of course, this is all now out of plumb,
Yeah.
and it's always the wrong way around that level.
Yeah.
They put a 45 on there just to confuse you.
Yeah.
You also get the twist of the post so it's in line with the fence. So you can jiggle it around till it's on the right twist.
Make it square.
Square, that's the word.
Square enough.
Square with the fence. Plumb and at the right height. Simple as.
And in the right line.
Yes, and in the right line, that's right. There's 4 things to get right there. I'll just compact a bit more of that concrete around there. Right, now this one needs a bit of compaction, doesn't it? The level plumbing. Twist there a bit. Makes some beautiful noises. Right, how good are we?
Gotta make sure it
nice top, so spacing should be right. I mean, we do have a bit of tolerance there. Just fraction over. Our top's quite similar.
The distance between the posts must be checked at the top too, so the gate will fit between them and have an even gap either side. In this case, the top measurement is off, so we're having to adjust the plumb of each post to get this correct. After some time fiddling about, we finally did get the spacing of those posts correct, top and bottom, as well as getting them plumb at the correct height, square with the fence and in line with the fence. There's a lot more to it than just putting in some posts. We also finished concreting the fence posts, which weren't quite as critical as the gate posts because we weren't hanging a pedestrian gate off these. It's 5:30 in the morning and I'm out here the day after we concreted these new posts in, so I can crash a coat of paint on this before the sun comes up and hits it. This is my little secret to stopping posts from bowing and warping, because if they got a coat of paint on them, then the moisture won't dry out when the sun hits the front of it. If it dries out on the front but not the back, the post will bow, and we don't want that. That brings us to the end of this video. In the next video we'll be replacing those fence panels and that pedestrian gate.